Years since you and Adam Werner and John Resendiz and the graduating class at West Point took the oath to serve in the Army. At that time, you asked me to administer the oath to you and Adam. Tradition sanctions that ceremony, which is subject to the requirement that the person administering the oath has himself served. Since I had once served in the Navy, I qualified. But Navy regulations had changed, and they no longer recognized the uniform issued in the Spanish-American War. So I had to travel to Newport, Rhode Island to get a more up-to-date uniform. And I had to go to West Point. So I thought I was doing you a big favor, Zach, because all that travel, all that expense, when you could have easily done it yourself with the rest of the cadets. But I did it to get brownie points from your mom and dad, and also from Adam's mom and dad, because after all, they were putting me up free in Florida. I didn't want to jeopardize that. I didn't want to lose room, board, and expenses paid for the winter. But Zach, I was wrong. I didn't do you guys a favor, you did me a favor. It was really moving for me to administer the oath and then watch your mom and dad pin on your second lieutenant bars. Your mom on one shoulder and your dad on the other. I experienced the same emotion when Adam's mom and dad did the same thing. I realized then the magnitude of what you guys had done. You offered your service to your country in time of war. You gave the pledge of your bodies to defend America against those who would destroy it. And unless I am very much mistaken, everybody present at the ceremony was as moved as I was. By your example, you recalled to me my own duty. You reminded me that there are more important things than building up bank accounts and stockholders. You reminded me that my first duty is to defend America. There is a word for what you did. You inspired me, which is not so easy to do to veterans of the Spanish-American War. Those of us who are still alive, those of us veterans of the Spanish-American War who are still alive have seen so much, done so much, and disappointed so much that we tend to be cynical. But with the right effort, even us old guys can rise above cynicism. You guys went on to serve with distinction and are still serving. John had a tour in Afghanistan, and Adam has one coming up. And now, 3.5 years after you took the oath, I am going to return the favor and try to inspire you. I cannot hope to succeed as well as you have, but let me try. What does the future hold, war or peace? It's not clear, though it seems America's foreign wars are winding down. But one thing is clear. Our nation is now divided. Our leaders have lost their way. We face a crisis. It could be a crisis of biblical proportions. Not the first, and hopefully not the last. Winston Churchill said, "Democracy is the worst form of government, and we have proved him right every day." But he also said, except for all the others. The point is, government is not an easy thing. America's history in particular is a litany of disasters, one after another. But it also shows that eventually we get it right. Though sometimes only after a horrendous price is paid. So never say I did my bit, I tried, but those bastards never do what they're supposed to do. So why should I bother? Never say that. Never succumb to, I've got mine, I don't give a shit about anybody else. You must keep on trucking. Take as your example and role model the first commander of the United States Army, George Washington. If any man was tried, he was, but he never quit, he never succumbed. You will be angry when others misbehave. And that's not only natural, it's fitting and proper. But you must learn to master your anger and do your duty. keep your honor, defend your country, and do your duty. George Washington did it, and you can too. So these are the words of an old man who has been inspired by the actions of young men and young women. We're going to swear you in now, Zach. Well, let's repeat after me. I, Zach Ciccolo, having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States.
I, Zach Ciccolo, having been appointed an officer in the United States.
As indicated above in the rank of captain.
As indicated above in the rank of captain.
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign or domestic.
Do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion.
That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duty of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Promoters, post. Publish the orders.
Attention to orders. The President of the United States has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of First Lieutenant Zachary B. Ciccolo. In view of these qualities and demonstrated potential for increased responsibility, he is therefore promoted in the United States Army to the grade of captain effective 1 December 2012 by order of the Secretary of the Army. Signed, Gerald T. Mayer, Chief, Department of the Army Promotions Branch.
I just want to thank everybody that came today. I really appreciate it. I know very many of you came from very far. I want to thank the guys behind the bar at the Bee, and thanks for letting us do this here. I want to really thank Uncle Ed. Thank you very much for doing this. This meant so much to me to have a member of my family do this. Nate, I can't say enough. You've been my life force every time I come home. Everything I need, everything I want, you're always there for me. I want to thank, we're not done, we got a few more. Everyone, I want to thank Raphael and Pat for holding the flag, but Raphael specifically because, as everybody knows or should know, this year Rafael Martinez got his citizenship. Most of you don't know what I'm like as an officer because almost none of you have seen me at work. But I will say that I really couldn't do it without you. 3 years in Europe, though it's not exactly a combat zone, it's pretty difficult being away from people whose love is as great as yours. So I want to thank you for being there for me. Thank you for coming, and please enjoy the day.